Later that day, after a brief struggle installing a special app, Santa was able to join a fairy time call with Chief Fairy Ariane. "Hello Annie, long time no see, how's life?" "Well," said Annie, "it's been more interesting for us this year, I must say, as people have been spending much more time in their gardens, so we've been able to make a few magical times happen. How are things with you and Mrs. Claus?" "Well, we're self-isolating. I'm waiting for the results of our COVID test, so we can't go out at the moment." "That's a bit of a problem for you, isn't it?" said Ariane, "seeing as it's December the 20th. "Yes, and that's where you come in. Do you think your members could help us deliver the presents this year? If Rudolph's team drop them off in a central hub, can you get them down the chimneys for us?" "Well, I'm sure my members would love to be involved," said Annie. "Yes, of course we can help." "Wait a minute, what about the homes that don't have chimneys? How does that work? How do the children in flats or houses with no fireplaces get their presents?" "Ah," said Santa, "we've had to keep a bit quiet about that. It's a middle-class myth we've been stuck with." "Well," said Anne, "put us down for the chimneys, but you'll have to think of something else for the other homes." "OK, thanks," said Santa. "Can we talk again tomorrow?" Just then, Santa's phone pinged. "North Pole COVID Testing Centre. Dear Santa Claus, your coronavirus test is positive. Please self-isolate for 14 days. "Well, that's that," says Mrs. Claus. "I'm positive too, so we'll just have to stay here together and hope we only get a mild illness." "What will we do?" said Santa. "Just eat and drink for 14 days and perhaps watch a few films." "Sounds like Christmas in the rest of the world to me." "Exactly, except you don't have to do the 24-hour shift and come home exhausted," said Santa. 4 days to Christmas. Crisis talks continue via Zoom. On the call today, Rudolph, Santa and Ariane. "Morning team," says Santa. He's getting into this collaborative working thing. "Morning boss," says Rudolph. "Hello," says Anne. "Any update on Chimneygate?" "Why yes," says Santa. "Whilst I'm self-isolating, I've had time for some blue sky thinking. I've definitely been outside my box and I've had time to scope it." "What are you talking about?" said Rudolph. "I am proposing to implement Plan C. So I've asked Percy to join us on this call." "Percy, the chief pig? Surely not." "Yes," beamed Santa. "Percy, head of the Flying Pigs. He says his team are agile, open-minded and eager to help in a time of international need." Percy Pig is joining the call. "Hey Percy," says Santa. "Nice background. He's really too into this Zoom things," thinks Rudolph. "Oh, thanks," says Percy. "That was us at Bournemouth Air Show a few years back with the red arrows. Here at Pigs Do Fly, we are changing opinions." "Anyway," says Santa, "I had a chat with Percy yesterday and I think that if Rudolph's team can get the presents to the fairy rings, Annie's team can deliver down all the chimneys and Percy's team will take care of the rest. Isn't that the case, Percy?" "It certainly is. We've been doing this kind of thing for decades," said Percy, "and nobody ever sees us. Which is amazing, as most people raise their eyes to heaven every time they say, 'And pigs might fly.' But they just don't know what they're looking for. Here at Pigs Might Fly, we only do the impossible. Hence the saying, 'And pigs might fly.'" "Can't see it happening," muttered Rudolph. "Exactly," said Percy. "You won't see us. Isn't that the point?" "Gentlemen," said Santa, "this could be our solution. Let's just check that this plan is COVID safe." "Well," said Anne, "we fairies remain in our bottom of each garden bubble and we will have no contact with any other beings whilst on this mission." "But what about the pigs?" said Rudolph. "Aren't you sociable animals?" "Have you ever seen a group of flying pigs, Rudolph?" asked Percy. "Well, no," answered Rudolph. "Well then," retorted Percy. "OK," said Santa, "so no contact with humans and everyone stays in their bubble. I think that fits the guidelines. Rudolph, can you start the delivery tonight?" And so it was that 2 teams of 3 reindeers delivered presents to a fairy ring in each country of the world. The fairies at the bottom of the gardens delivered presents down every chimney. Presents arrived at the bottom of beds in flats, thanks to Pigs Might Fly. And every child found the presents that they'd asked for in their letter to Santa. And as for Santa and Mrs. Claus, they had 2 weeks at home on the sofa, ate lots of chocolate and watched lots of films while Santa recovered from his symptoms.